Welcome to the Midnight Mixer, where every episode feels like you just became best friends with that really cool couple at the bar.
We're your hosts, Liz and Nell, and we're bringing you the perfect blend of our favorite music, craft cocktails, and heartfelt advice for all of our listeners.
Grab a drink, sit back, and let's mix it up together.
Now, let's get into this week's episode. Yo.
We're back.
Yes, sir.
In the his house. Yeah.
Damn.
What? I know all y'all are thinking, I cannot believe Jonelle replaced his co-host. No, it's still me.
Oh yeah, she been feeling herself now. She been feeling herself.
Yeah, I've struggled with trying to find like a 30-inch like bust down unit that fits over all my locks. Take that hat off.
I can take it off, baby. They can see this lusciousness on me. Corbin Blues. You feel me?
Corbin Blues. No, I've been struggling because my hair's gotten longer. My locks are thick, as y'all know. And I'm like, I really want to switch it up. I love switching up my hair, but I don't want to keep dyeing my hair and stuff. So, shout out to Amazon. Found me a good unit.
It's crazy.
Found me a good unit.
Everything. Amazon has everything, yo.
And I feel like I'm her. I feel like that girl.
Yeah.
Like, y'all can't tell me nothing.
Because it's like, you're beautiful with your locks. But
thank you.
I think when it comes with the way women wear their hair, it's like your character just changes. That's all. You're just a different baddie, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay.
It was filled to the top.
Just a different baddie, bro.
It's a different baddie. It's like hair color does a lot. Mm-hmm. Like you look different with blonde than you do with black, and vice versa. Yeah. And different hairstyles and stuff. It just switches up your look. I mean, when you got a pretty face, you can do it all.
Talk your shit.
No, in all seriousness, I'm so happy because I missed my dark hair. Everyone's been bullying me, telling me not to dye my hair back black.
Yo, I don't get it. Everyone loves the blonde. Either. I like the dark. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the dark look. I like the spookiness.
The spooky ookie.
Spooky ookie.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's still me. It's still your girl, Liz. I didn't leave. I didn't get kicked out. We are drinking Kentucky Mules.
Kentucky Mules, yes, sir. That good old American blood. Y'all missed that whole ordeal. Go back and check out that video because we were struggling. Yeah. You gotta commit to the bit. I
don't know how many more bits I got in me. I'm gonna be honest with you, but yeah, go check out the Kentucky Mule video. Make you a mule. Join us on the couch.
We also got the non-alcoholic. What
of
we
course,
do.
Of course, we representing. And we just gonna dive right into it today.
Oh God.
You already know what we got to talk about.
Freaky ass kids. Oh God. Freaky ass.
1,000 bottles?
1,000 bottles of baby oil. Oh my gosh.
And
it's
and lube.
And lube. It's like, and that's the first thing everyone brings up.
It is.
1,000.
Because you can't go into a store. They're not gonna have 1,000 bottles of anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. They don't have that in stock. Yeah. So either you hit multiple stores.
This is a collective.
You bought this in bulk, or you collected it over time. And there's something about that don't sit right with my spirit.
It's like, and then when you see the visual that you showed me of what 1,000, because
that girl on TikTok,
it's like
her TikTok is so funny. If y'all haven't seen it, I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. My friend sent it to me. It was so. She asked ChatGPT to like basically, can you explain what 1,000 bottles of baby oil looks like in a picture?
It's like in your head, you just throw around numbers. You know what I mean? 100, 1,000. Oh, 1,000 bottles. No, that looked insane.
We don't own 1,000 of anything.
Yeah, facts.
Unless like dollars, but we still don't see.
And we still don't see that.
Like most of that is like in our bank account, right? You're not looking at like $1 bill unless you're doing some other stuff.
Yeah.
There are certain professions.
Yeah, get your money.
Get your money. But even then, like $1,000 a stack, whatever.
Yeah.
You can see that and be like, okay, but you can hold that.
But then also,
you can't hold 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Those were big bottles.
They were big bottles.
They weren't like, these were regular sized bottles. I don't even go through one, but I don't even have baby oil. First off,
yeah, no.
But even when like I was a kid, and I can visualize maybe how many times I've seen my mom buy baby oil when I was like a child, or even for my little brother. We wasn't going through bottles like that.
No one needs that much baby oil in their life ever. One of my clients said he wanted things slippery by any means necessary.
Like you're just throwing it around at that point.
I mean, it was like slip and sliding around that mansion, butt naked. There was some turkey butter balls just sliding all over the place off that horse tranquilizer. It was like that is crazy.
Yo, the man had horse tranquilizer like that. It's a different level of insidious. This man is like, this is. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
It's
what XXX.com he's on right now, but it's wild.
Yeah.
There was more. I don't know what the.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, like what the actual like sentence was, but like I remember watching a video on it, and they caught him with some egregious stuff, bro. I will say, surprisingly, the first thing that they did do right, they didn't give him bail.
Yeah, he did not.
They were pushing, but
bail.
I know his team was. They were pushing very, very, very hard for that bail. And I don't know. I watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of I like my drug flicks and criminal movies. You never let them go.
No,
like what? They'll do things.
He's gonna get $1,000. He's gonna get 1,000 more.
You know what I mean? He's gonna get 1,000 more.
He's gonna turn into a passport, bro, so fast.
Yeah, they was like he sold his jet. He sold multiple things to show them like, yo, I'm not leaving. I won't go. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe anything. He was like, I'm participating. For everything.
I don't believe a thing that man says.
You can't. If we did a video on him too, we said we would. I'm hurt that we have to talk about him again. Or if you didn't check that last video out of his like apology or whatever, we broke it down how sociopathic that man is.
Forbes has a bunch of ads on their website. Sean Diddy Combs arrested on racketeering, sex trafficking charges, a complete timeline of allegations against him. Let's dive in. So, of course, P. Diddy was arrested in Manhattan on Monday after being indicted by a grand jury for racketeering and sex trafficking. For those of you who don't know what racketeering means, it means that
that's
you're
what they
basically
got in the thug with, right?
Yeah, you're doing like fraudulent business. Yeah. So you have like a business, but you're not doing actually what your business. That's what I understand it to be. April Lamprosk accused Combs of sexual assault over 4 terrifying sexual encounters between 1995 and 2001, including 3 incidents of rape and 1 instance of Combs forcing her to take ecstasy. So these are women coming out against him.
I know there was also the first, never mind, keep going.
Well, I mean, just like a list of victims.
Because the first thing that I know, one of the first things that started off was I forget the name, but it was a dude that came out originally, and that like also if people don't know, he like apparently allegedly, it's all allegedly I guess, is that he has like videos of people. That's also how he's keeping like people be like, well, if you didn't want to be there, you wouldn't. Like he has like celebrities.
No,
like,
you're not just walking into Diddy's house and seeing 1,000 bottles of baby oil and thinking he gonna let you leave.
Like I heard like from the original one, that was that first dude that had, I forget his name, but he had the list of rappers, and Meek Mill was one of them. It was like Meek Mill. Like
apparently Meek Mill has a song that's like, God forgive me for what I did with Diddy. That's what somebody told me.
Chill, nah, I ain't never heard. No.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna fact check it right now.
Cause what? Oh my Lord! But I know
it's the first thing that comes up on Google. It's the first thing.
What's the lyric? What's the song?
I hope they forgive me for what I did with Diddy. What? I don't know what song this is. It's just a bunch of TikToks.
Oh, nah.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it, guys. They're saying it's the intro.
But it happened after
I'm surprised he didn't get caught up in more.
But that's where it kind of started.
Are you talking about the producer?
Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah.
So apparently Cassie is the one who jump started it.
And then Cassie.
She's the one who jump started it. Yeah, with her lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
And then she settled. And then an anonymous person. Anonymous plaintiff accuses Combs and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall of raping her and a friend in 1990 or 1991. So this is an anonymous plaintiff. I didn't know you could be anonymous in a lawsuit.
I think so. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Another woman.
Oh yeah.
So I don't even know like if I could count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7 people that came out against him in lawsuits, and then now he has this federal case that he's gonna have to.
They about to build a case on it.
They said the feds they convict 94% of the time.
That man is gone. It's done. It's over.
It's too much done. Against him.
It's over. I just wonder what's gonna happen. Like, you
think he gonna do time?
Yeah, I think they got him, bro. I think they got him. Like, and then like just based off the pattern, you got R. Kelly, you got Epstein, you got like it's just, this is the world we live in. I've been having so many conversations, and I don't want to make it no generational war thing, but I've had conversations. So I'm not even going to say I've had conversations with older people that are like, oh, well, it was a different time back then. Okay, but this is the time now, and I just don't think we this ain't on it.
Also, like,
even when it was then, it's like, oh, it wasn't social media, certain stuff that got away with. Yeah, it still doesn't make it right when back then either. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, got away with slavery. It wasn't right.
That's what I'm saying. When people say like, oh, it was a different time then, I'm like, so we're just supposed to be like, okay, like y'all should have been up in arms about it then too.
Mm-hmm.
That's not okay.
Mm-hmm. And
I can say maybe there are certain things that we're a little bit more sensitive to now, because we understand how certain things may hurt others. Yeah. I will say we're more empathetic to how others feel now. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I don't think being sensitive to others' emotions is a bad thing. I think when it comes to cases like, especially celebrity men getting away with sexual assault and abusing people.
Off the knot, half these dudes back then, nothing was even happening. You get what I'm like? These dudes were most of them got away with it back then. So we're in a different time now. That ain't gonna rock no more. So all of that, and then being ignorant to it, all of that. Oh, we didn't know no better. You know better now. We know better now. We've had. And then also and then to be fair, we had a very progressive conversation with older people too as well in a bar not too long ago that they sat down, they said, oh, it was a different time back then, but things are different now, and they were able to admit that we were wrong. But some people, I don't know, I don't bang with that whole, oh, it's a different time. That's not an excuse.
Well, it's horrible.
Things change. You either change with it or you Diddy, bro. You're the diddler. Like,
the diddler.
And you want to keep diddling.
This man has a horrible name. Did you see that Eminem line that everyone keeps talking about?
No.
Okay, so Eminem, I think, released a new album.
Oh yeah, I heard it.
And he has a line that I don't want to misquote it.
I'm not gonna lie, Eminem was going insane on that one. I guess he's been saying everything he needed to say.
I don't want to misquote it, but he does have a line that says, I hate when I have to read an article. The lyrics are, I'm like a R-A-P-E-R. I got so many essays. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he?
R-A. Oh, okay. That was clean.
Oh, wait. Maybe this isn't from a new album. Eminem song Fuel.
Oh, that's the one on. Ain't that what Kamikaze?
Oh, this is the death of Slim Shady. This was released. Oh yeah, this is his new album.
New album.
Yeah. Everyone's been on TikTok like, oh my gosh, Eminem was a lyrical genius, which is like, okay, we get it. However, I don't.
That's such an Eminem line.
It's such an Eminem line.
I can hear him literally delivering.
But did he leave out a peak? Did he?
Because I'm beginning to feel like a.
Everyone's like, Eminem just destroyed Diddy, and I'm like, but we already knew. Like, those who knew, they knew.
Yeah.
It was an interesting
and that's
line.
another thing, too. Even before all of this, though, I remember being in high school watching videos on, like, because I used to be deep in, like, I told you, I used to be deep in, like, hip-hop lore, hip-hop, what is it? Like, I used to have, like, my, like, tinfoil hat on, bro, with all of them videos, bro. Illuminati, all of that. Like, I do think a lot of it was grandiose, but there's still a realness to it.
Yeah.
Especially like, so I've been hearing stories like, even my mom was like, yeah, bro, there's always been some weird stuff with him. Sadly, I do think that, not sadly, rightfully, but there is going to be a double-edged sword where there's going to be a lot of other names that get taken down with it too. I'm already hearing like, Usher name in it. Some
he's
people he's a victim.
Justin Bieber's a victim.
I mean? Like, so it's a lot of like, and then, and I know a lot of them, some people don't want that story out, especially being a victim, some people, but I think the culture is shifting in a lot of things. The culture is shifting.
Yes.
I also think it's not a weird timing that Kendrick also dropped that. I gotta bring him in it. I'm going to bring him in it. They knew I was gonna do it. Even with Kendrick, bro, like the shift in the culture. This is literally what he talking about. He wasn't, the last song wasn't just talking about Drake. This is the culture. This is a bigger thing than just two dudes rapping. Like, this is a problem. You know what I mean?
It's a huge problem. And I feel like if I could even speak on this, I believe as a community, as a black community, we have a problem with sweeping things under the rug when it comes to people that we have some sort of care for. We see it in our families. We see it with coworkers. We see it with friends. I don't know how many stories that people have, told where my uncle touched me when I was 7 and my family told me not to talk about it. You know what I mean? Or I was out hanging with my friends and one of my guy friends started touching me and I didn't like that, but everyone was just like, oh, but y'all were drunk. It was cool. We have a problem with sweeping things under the rug because because
you don't want to see good. You don't want to see because you see like these good people, but like good people are able to make bad decisions.
I don't think people are good or bad.
And you know what I mean? True.
I think people are people and we have the options to make
decisions.
A lot of us make mistakes, but there are some mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Not even a lot of us. Everyone makes mistakes. But there are some mistakes that are just, the consequences are great. What comes with mistakes are consequences. So you should be careful and make sure, no, we're not expecting you to be perfect, but there are some mistakes that you probably just should not do. And a lot of them is harming others. You should be doing that. I may not know, like, I probably didn't see that curb when I was driving and I popped the tire on my mom's car. Whoopsies. That's a mistake. I'm not really going to be like, oh, I got drunk and sexually assaulted somebody. Is that a mistake? That was a choice. You decided to do that, and you were hoping nothing would come from that. That was a decision that you made. And I'm not really in the business of sweeping things under the rug. And I'm agreeing with you. Out everybody. I don't care who it is. I don't care how much we love them. I don't care how banging their music is. There's like people be trying to argue about R. Kelly. He makes good music. He not the only dude that can sing. Like, what the heck?
Just because I can blow a note don't make me get away with murder, bro. You
like, are y'all
still got to do that time, sir.
I want us to have higher standards.
And he's still shibbity-doobity-doo-bopping in jail.
Like, can we have higher standards, please?
Yeah. I feel that. I do feel that. I kind of agree. Like, there's an issue with things kind of just being, like, swept under the rug because of who it is or, what people do. So I don't know. Like I said though, I think it's the shift in the culture where we are starting to be like, nah, son. Like
they talk about our generation a lot. Gen Z that, Gen Z that.
But one thing we doing, we stopping that freaky. Like,
we hold people accountable. You will be held accountable. I don't care who you are.
For it because we got boundaries. This is the only time that I'm proud of being a Gen Z. Oh well, you know what I mean? I used to be like, oh, but I know millennial stuff too. This is one thing where I will be being proud of being Gen Z. Like I said, I don't want to do no generational war bull. But one thing we do, you call it sensitive, all that. We got boundaries though. You know what I mean? Like
it is a generational thing though.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not a generational thing, but I'm saying I don't want it to be like, oh, like I don't think anything comes with warring. I don't want it to. It's a generational thing, but it's not. I don't want it to be a generational war.
Okay, yeah.
We don't have to go back and forth.
No. It could be a conversation.
Yeah,
we need to talk
like
about
I said, we've had conversations with people who were like, yeah, back then it was messed up, and you know what I mean. Cool.
Yeah.
You know,
that's right.
That's so yeah, it's a generational thing because with time comes knowledge. With knowledge comes wisdom. Wisdom, better choices. That's just what happens, and it doesn't always. You know, I mean, back. You know. When all we could think about was survival, dudes wasn't thinking about, you know what I mean? But now we don't have to live like that anymore.
No.
You get what I'm saying? And I think that's what it is. It's like, oh, y'all too coddled. Oh, y'all too. But is this not what y'all fought for? That's what's weird to me. You know what I mean? Is that we'll be like, everybody's so quick to be like, oh, we're soft because we're coddled. We didn't have to go through this, that, and the third. But wasn't that always the point? Wasn't that what we was always fighting for? So that we don't have to go through that again?
Yeah.
That's what. So yeah, it is a generational thing. But like I said, like, you know, I'm cool with being Gen Z now. I say that for sure. Like,
fine with it. I have no issue with it because one thing they can't say about Gen Z, because people say Gen Z is lazy and we're this and we're that. I don't think we're lazy. I think we just have little patience for the same things that generations before us had. We don't have patience for BS.
You know what I mean?
You're not going to be my boss and walk all over me. Nope. I'll find another job. That does not mean I don't have no drive to work or I don't want to make money. Of course I need to make money. I got to pay my bills. But you're not going to abuse your power over me to make me feel like I need you. I don't need you. You need me. And if you're not going to treat me like you do, I'm going to find somewhere else that will appreciate my time and my effort and my work.
Yep. And I will say millennials started the whole entrepreneurship. And now Gen Z, now we have one of the most like owned businesses. We have the most like this, like statistically, like this is real. Like there are so many more black owned businesses. There are so many more small businesses, small social media content creators. Like now people are like you're like, it's not lazy. They're just diverting their attention and time and money. Like I'm not
but people talk about what they see on social media, right? They see like one kid complain and they're like, oh, that's how everybody is. But I see a lot of times where I see kids that are 22 and they got 3 degrees.
For real.
You worked your butt off.
For real.
I see somebody by 23, 24 and you owning a building and you running a business.
Most of my friends either got 2 degrees or working on 2 degrees, 25, 24. I know,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, come on, man.
I see very hardworking people that have goals, are driven to achieve those goals. And if you are not in line with what they're trying to achieve, then you're going to be moved out the way. I'm not in the business of doing that whole, oh, you got to earn your way. You got to take this quote unquote like hazing that jobs give you so you could climb up the ladder. F that. I don't care about none of that.
I'd rather work for myself.
And that's why I do. I don't care about none of that because I can make more money doing this on my own. Bye. I don't have to take nothing from nobody to earn my way. I have the same degree, the same work ethic, the same experience as whoever next to me, and you want me to earn my way by being a butthole to me?
Just because I'm younger.
Just because I'm younger?
I don't deserve it. Like, what? Yeah, man.
You gonna treat me like y'all hired me for this job, right? Oh, okay.
It's fake.
But they don't like when our generation like reacts like that because y'all put up with it. So y'all think that's just the way it is. No. Not in this economy, boo.
And like
not in this era, boo.
And like I said, it ain't even about like putting up with it either too. Like y'all fought for that. Like this is what, once again, like that's just like at the end of the day, like, you should always want better. Like, that's
you should always want better.
You should always want better. It should never even be no question. It shouldn't be no hate. No, well, I had to do this, I had to do that, and I get that, and we appreciate you for it.
However,
it's
time to stop all the BS and hold people accountable
and set boundaries
and make sure, like, you know what's acceptable for you. Boundaries, don't let nobody cross over that. That includes these celebrities and people that we hold to such high standards.
Because they are just like us. They human. We do not. There's no need to give them no passes because they famous.
We mad at Sexy Red because what kind of example is she setting for the kids? What kind of example is Diddy setting?
Dang.
What kind of example is R. Kelly setting? But y'all want them out of jail so bad because y'all like the music. Shut up. Stop talking to me. We're gonna take a break on that note.
Yes. I'm filling this up for sure. Thanks.
We'll see y'all soon. Welcome back, guys.
Hello.
We were really into it in the first half.
It's get my blood pumping, man. My
blood pumping,
boiling.
I can't talk about that man the whole time. I can't.
No.
No. It's gonna drive me crazy. So we're gonna react to some TikToks that I've been saving.
Yeah.
So we can have some other fun conversations. I'm gonna do this one first. Just trigger warning.
I hate when she laughs before she shows. She
always
does that.
What?
You always, like, before you tell a story.
With me?
I ain't got a beef with you.
Oh, okay.
I ain't got a beef with you. But anytime you laugh or before you show something, you be like, so, like, like, let me tell you this story.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You do.
Trigger warning. This man's a little unhinged, but we're going to dive right into it.
Cool. Can you ask this question again?
Why do baby dads pick and choose what kids they want to raise?
Women are fucking delusional.
Wow.
You do know when you break up with that nigga, so does the kid. Like, y'all understand that, right? He doesn't owe you nothing. That man don't owe you shit. He don't owe the kid nothing. He don't owe you. He's in a relationship with both of y'all. If you and...
Sir.
But then proceeds to, like, negate everything he says by saying he's in a relationship with both of y'all. So is that not your kid?
He said, if you are not giving me that good, no more. You and that kid.
If we're not in a relationship, okay,
rocks.
Okay.
You and that kid can kick rocks. I don't care. I don't care if that's my blood. Y'all gotta go. I'm gonna go start a new family.
That's because kids are just items to people. Kids are just accessories. That's that your relationship with your kid is for some people, and somehow, in your delusion mind, because that man is delusional. Is that your relationship with your kid is somehow connected to the mother? Yeah,
that's exactly how.
So if I'm not with you, I'm not with my kid.
He also says later in the video that this is a broken home that he helped create, and I'm like, you're proud of that?
So you're okay with that?
You're okay with? I'm going to assume that you did not have a 2-parent household based off the way that you speak. Mm-hmm. I'm going to assume that. I'm going to assume you've had some sort of trauma in your life as a child. Mm-hmm. So you think it's okay to not only not have healed yourself before you became a parent, or at least worked on it, or tried to work on it before you became a parent and brought a little human into the world. You're okay with traumatizing that little human as well with the same things that you might have gone through. You're okay with that because his mama or her mama or they mama don't want to lay down with you no more.
It's crazy.
That's
crazy.
I'm no words.
That's not even delusion. Nah, you're cooked, bro. Like you're
absolutely fried.
Brain brain gone.
Yeah,
you're not even thinking to even be delusional.
And then it's the fact that you're gonna go and start another family. You know you can break up with somebody and like meet somebody new and then just have sex, right? Like you don't have to make a kid. You don't have to do that.
It's an accessory.
What is the point?
It's an accessory to people. Like people don't see the kid as
I'm sorry. It literally makes my brain itch.
Some people literally see it as something to do. Like, it's just something to do. It's a milestone in the relationship. Well, we what, girl? We've been in this baby for like a year or two. And I get it. Some people can also just have a kid without being in a relationship, and sometimes, that leads into whatever. But there are some people that's just the milestone of the relationship. We're together. We've been together for years.
We're gonna have a kid.
Just have it.
Which I get it. You don't have to be married to have a kid. You don't even need to have a traditional relationship in the sense to have a kid. But what you should be is a responsible parent. That's what you should be. I don't care what your relationship looks like. I don't care if both of y'all just decided to be co-parents and have a kid together. I don't care if there's no romance involved at all. It doesn't have to be. But what it should be is both parents involved need to give nothing but love and respect and protection to that child. I don't care.
People are so petty.
That's not fair.
People are so petty. You can't even put that hate aside for, whoever, like, okay, maybe your relationship like was trash, terrible, cool, but it should never reflect the kid.
It should never. The child should never know how you felt about the other parent in that sense, because that parent didn't want to lay down with you no more. It blows my mind because you're saying she asked, why do dads pick and choose what kids they want to raise? Because you didn't want to be with me no more.
Because you're picking and choosing what relationship it is, what woman you like better, what home, what family you like better. That's all it is.
When that kid gets older and that kid decides, I'm gonna go try to find my dad and figure out why my dad was never there for me, and they have a conversation. Hey, Dad, I found you on Facebook or whatever, might be out in like 20 years. And I just wanted to have a conversation with why you were never there.
Because your mother's terrible. I hate her. That's why I wasn't in your life. You think I'm going to love you? I don't love you. You came all this way to tell me to come find me like I'm going to love you. I don't love you because I don't love your mother. That's crazy.
That's exactly how that's exactly how that conversation will go.
It doesn't even sound right.
And you're proud of that. You're proud of that, sir, whoever you are in this video. You're proud of the fact that you're going to be traumatizing multiple children at this point because you didn't get what you wanted from the woman that you impregnated.
It's crazy.
Got it. Understood. Crazy. So, ladies, red flag, watch out for him. Do not let him get you pregnant. Just saying. Because clearly there's too many women out here who have already fallen victim to his trap.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going to move on.
Please.
Unless you have other thoughts about that.
No, absolutely not. You're a weirdo.
Yeah. Here's the next one.
You are not going to tell me that the only thing a man gets from a woman is nasty sex.
How am I not going to tell you that? So you tell me what a man feel he get. No, since you know what a man feel a man get, tell me what a man feels he get. Tell me.
I love that y'all making the point.
Tell me what a man feels he get, Azar.
I'm not a man, so I'm not going to speak for a man.
I'm up out of here.
Bye.
You just spoke for a man.
Bye.
You just sat here for 20 minutes telling me how a man feel what he get. That's all we get.
That's facts.
Aww. That's not true.
No, listen.
He's telling you.
Exactly. This is why y'all don't want to care what the fuck a man wants.
I care.
She ain't even listening.
Say it, friend. I care.
All we get is sex.
That's your reward.
Let me put that in context.
Yeah, that's your reward. Yeah.
You are not about to buy not one man a motherfucking house. You're not about to buy one man a motherfucking car. You don't got to go bust your ass to buy a car, a house, pay a mortgage.
So is a kid not getting something?
Oh,
is
wow.
he carrying?
It's already been stamped.
Just an accessory.
You're supposed to be
just
the
an accessory.
Provider. We have the pressure. I have to figure out how to buy this house, build this house, get this house. The Rock, who 10 times the salary for the ring. We have to do all these things. Oh, there's a sound. What is that? Let me go downstairs and.
You are not going to tell me that the.
Okay, he lost me near the end. He lost me near the end.
Thoughts?
I'm not gonna lie. His delivery was off.
He was yelling.
But he was spitting.
Okay.
He was spitting a little egregiously, but he was spitting. I do not think, and for the record, for hope, maybe it'll change. I don't know. Maybe not. I do not believe in gender roles. I don't. I just don't. I believe that there are roles that you play in a relationship. There are roles that you play in life. You are a grown man. You can feed yourself. You can clean for yourself. You should be able to do those things. That's just a role. You get what I'm saying? I don't know why we put certain roles for certain people when you should be doing that on your own. Right. That don't make sense. Okay? The things that he was naming were bare minimum things, but I do agree with the notion that for most men out of relationships, yes, or not most relationships, because I'm not in everybody's relationships, but in examples of unhealthy relationships, most men only get sex. Mm-hmm. Even she said it. Yes, that is your reward. Mm-hmm. That which once sex becomes a reward, mm-hmm. I think your relationship's cooked. Mm. Why you ask this question? Like, do we not just be in relationships with people because we like each other? I'm having sex with you because I like you. You are. I think you know what I mean. You are. I'm attracted to you. Right. Why is that in a reward? Right. And you ask this question. What did you say? When did relationships become so transactional? Mm-hmm. I'm only gonna hear we in the house together. It's a bump down the steps. Baby, go check it out. Hell nah.
You go do it this time.
Go do it this time.
I did it the past 6 times. What is this? Not even no more, man. You go protect me for once.
It's your turn this time. What?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't believe in gender roles either. Mm-hmm. I do believe it tends to fall this way, especially in straight relationships. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna speak for myself. Mm-hmm. For the men that I choose to date and to be with, I want to feel protected, and I want to feel like that is a man who will be able to look out for me if something happens, if I'm not able to protect myself. Because let's be real, the people doing home invasions or coming to harm women are typically other men, right?
That's facts.
Right. So, and just genetically, most of the time, men are stronger than women physically.
Facts.
So
when
when it comes to a sense of protection in straight relationships, a lot of the time I'm going to look at who the stronger person is. And it's usually going to be the man. That's just what it is. Right. Y'all got that strength that I just don't have it.
But once again, though, it's also not. I wouldn't even put it in the obligation that I do it, like that I fall into this protector role, just because I'm a man, just because I got an XY chromosome. No, I'm doing it because I don't want to see you hurt.
Right. Because you care.
That's what it should be.
Well,
and I also know that based off of my relationship with you versus anybody else, is that, and I mean, I've also maybe had a few examples of, okay, that's kind of what I want. But one thing I do know, like, if I go downstairs to check that noise out, I look back and something's wrong. I know you're going to be right there behind me.
Right.
Hopefully with the Glazowski, you know.
The pew pew.
With the pew pew, hopefully. I got the bat in my hand, I'm ready, and you right behind, that's what I know. That's why I don't, but I'm not falling into that role just because I'm bigger, I'm stronger. No, I'm falling because I don't want nothing to happen to you.
Yeah.
That's where these roles come in at. It's not like you said, it shouldn't be transactional. It just shouldn't.
Well, and this is where I feel like I don't want to say not necessarily agree, because this is his opinion. And he's entitled to it. Mm-hmm. And I feel what he's saying. If that is his experience in relationships, I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
That your experience in relationships is you do all these things and the only thing that you get in return that is any sort of like symbol of gratitude or love is sex. I feel bad for you.
I'll be honest with you though, and I will say, obviously this is not my experience with you, but I will say before you, it's like 75% of my relationships for sure. I have conversations. I'm a dude. So that's why when he got hot on like, how you gonna say what a man? Because I'm not gonna lie to you. A majority of unhealthy relationships that I see, that is what happens. That's all you do get. And not on, because once we take the roles out of it, what I'm saying is like the roles of like, that's where he lost me of, oh, I make the money, I do this, that, and the third. What do you do? When he says, what do you do for me? I think of it as more on a admiration thing.
Right.
Of most guys that are reward on maybe for some guys on Father's Day, for some dudes on like your reward is sex. That's what it is on your birthday. That's what you get. Like I told you, yo, you're the first person to ever like do anything thoughtful outside of my birthday. Outside of just, yo, you want to go do something cool. And like what we did, we had a conversation. She heard me talk about DJing and music, and you took me on a date for a DJing class. And that was one of the most fire dates ever, because that was the first time that someone took what I said in conversation. But that job, when you look on the internet, when you look on Twitter, social media, that job usually falls on the man.
Yeah.
When you see the pictures of Valentine's Day, what I'm hoping for what happens, it's usually rose petals, a big teddy bear with the cute chocolates and the wine. That's what the dude is doing. But so many of my women friends are like, that are finally trying to be in healthy relationships, come to me like, yo, I don't know what a dude wants. Because I don't know. And then I do think that also falls on guys, because we can be a little too hard and don't communicate what we want. And I will say that's when, meet your person in the middle.
Right.
At the same time. But at the same time, I want to be able, the same way a girl wants to be like, yo, I had this conversation. I didn't talk to you about flowers for 3 days, 5 days, 2 weeks now, and you ain't do this. I've been talking about so many things that I want to do, and it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
That's sadly majority, and that's where I agree with him on.
And that's, I can agree with you on that. And I think the issue with what you just displayed or what you just explained, and the issue in this clip is communication. Like, it's poor communication. Yeah. And communication goes both ways, right? Are you able to communicate what you want, and are you listening to your partner with what they're communicating? Because you have to be able to listen when you communicate, right? You can't just be talking, because then you're just talking.
Right.
You're not communicating, you're just talking. So I feel like you're monologuing, right? I feel like the issue with this clip, with this podcast, is I don't necessarily disagree with either person, because I think they're speaking from their own perspectives. I think she's saying that's not true because that's not what she's done with partners in the past. And he's saying, how you gonna tell me? Because I think she's saying that's not her experience. But for him, he's like, but this is my experience. So they're speaking from their own perspectives. They're not listening or communicating well with each other.
Well, I will say she did say, yeah, sex is the reward.
No, that was the other girl. That was the host. That was the host.
Okay.
She was kind of like it was 3 people.
Okay. She was.
So yeah, she was agreeing with him, but I will say I don't think either one of them are wrong, because I will say if I was in that kind of situation and a man was yelling at me like that, I would probably be like, that's not true, because that's not what I do. Yeah. So we can't really speak of it of like, oh, this is a fact. This is not what women do. We do see, especially on social media. And I will say also we see more with what we engage in. So if we're seeing men, not get what they deserve and all of this, like the more we engage with it, the more that we're going to see. That's just how algorithms work, right? But I will say, I don't think it's not uncommon. I haven't really heard much of my guy friends telling me the things that women have done for them. But I will say they're not complaining in a way that he does, because I will say that the women that they're with, even if they're not doing grand gestures, they might be doing little things throughout the day that they can do. And I think it just depends on what your relationship is, what she's able to do. Sometimes, like, I'll clean up, your bathroom. You don't want me to do that. I'll clean the bathroom just because I'm in a cleaning mood, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to clean his bathroom too. You don't ask me to do that. You do not request that of me, but I know you just came home from work. You worked 10 hours. You come home to a clean bathroom. That feels good. That's just a gesture with things that, like, you just doing something for somebody because you care about them. Like, and the same for you. Like, I'll come home from a long day. I'll be like, I'm so hungry. I'll come home. You made dinner. Like, I didn't ask you to do that, you know, but these are things that we just do because we know it's going to make the other person's life a little bit easier. So his whole point of like, oh, well, you not buying me a house or you not doing this. And it's like, I mean, yeah, I'm not buying no dude a house.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm not expecting a guy to buy me a house because that's not how I was raised. I'm also raised on the fact where don't let a man take care of you 100%. You got to have your own.
I feel that. I feel that.
But I do feel his perspective though. I'm not saying I disagree with his perspective at all. I just feel like he was a little heated, so maybe it fell on deaf ears.
Yeah, like that's what I think his community. Like I think one of his examples were bad because those are like I just said, those are just things that you should just do.
Yeah,
that's just
because to me, I'm like,
at that
I mean, I'm gonna get my own house. If I wasn't with you, I should be able to buy my own crib.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, but like when you see gifts that are like, you know, or acts of kindness or things, and I'm not saying that they don't, because I on my algorithm, especially Instagram, I have some very healthy friends. I have some unhealthy friends. I have, you know, so I have those definitely examples of like, you know, things that like that women will do for men in relationships. But I will say that sometimes that in a lot of those relationships, that was like their first time where it has happened. I think like now it's finally like this thing where it's finally starting to become a norm for women to, you know, appreciate your man. You know what I mean?
It's true.
He be wanting something. Like, I think now it's finally becoming a thing. But I will say a thing that most of the struggles, especially like college, like, I mean, everybody was struggling in college, like, you know, but most young adult, when it's coming from a guy, their main issue with being in a relationship is like, she don't really do nothing, and it's mostly expected. Dudes just be like, okay.
Yeah,
it just is what it is. I'm not gonna expect, and that's, I feel like, also why dudes don't really say nothing either, because it's just kind of like that's just what women do.
Yeah,
like, you know.
Yeah,
and it's sad, but I think, I do think that I'm seeing now. I'm definitely seeing way more examples of women coming out their way and doing things for men. Like I'm not saying, you know, that I'm blind to that, but I do get where he's saying, kind of. Like I'm playing devil's advocate. Kind of, like,
I will
barely.
say on the flip side of that though, right? Like, what are you, not saying what are you doing, but like, are you a good partner? Like, are we naturally assuming that this relationship is healthy? Because,
and I will be honest, I think you can, based off of what he said alone, you can. He's saying I should get these things because I'm doing the basic things as a man. He listed off all the basic things as a guy that you should be doing. So then that means if she's doing the bare minimum of what a woman, if we're just basing it off of gender roles, if I'm buying the house, I'm making sure the money is coming in, I'm doing all of this, then she's probably cooking, cleaning,
taking care of the kids.
Yeah. Are you bringing her out on dates? Are you coming home with flowers?
That's my point. It's like, what are the gestures of romance from your end? What is and not saying that a man has to initiate, but we know in a traditional sense how these typical straight usually relationships work.
Yep.
Where you gotta kind of butter a woman up a little bit to make her feel like, because there's so many men out here that will just play in your face and make you feel like, well, I did all of this, so why don't you get on your knees and do this for me? They be wanting the sex. That's what they want. They be making you feel like that's your role and that's what you have to do, right?
So of course that's the reward that I'm going to give you,
because you're so used to doing that for men that act like, you know, I did all of this for you, now go lay down. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are you showing? Because we all have things that we have to unlearn, right? What are you doing on your end to make your woman feel like, no, that's not what I expect from you? Like,
that's like you said, communication. That's
communication, and the same for the woman. Like, are you communicating like, hey, I feel like this is what you expect from me. Like you do those things for me, I feel like I have to do this. And maybe that opens up a door of like, no, babe, that's not what I'm expecting from you at all. Like, I want us to do more romantic things. I want us to do more things where we feel like we care about each other on an intimate level that doesn't involve the bedroom.
Right.
But so to that point, I don't know who that guy is, but you should probably stop dating women who make you feel like you do all these things and they only give you sex.
Yes.
And if that's the case, you should probably start communicating in a healthier way that, hey, I'm doing these things for you. you know, sex is cool. Love, you know, we love to tussle around, roll around in the sheets, but I would love to do something else. And sometimes it would be nice to just be thought of. And I don't think that's a bad conversation to have.
Not at all.
That's a healthy relationship.
Not at all. You hit that. Yeah, you did that. I agree. I can't even add like that. Yeah, no, that's facts. It's just communication.
We're dating people we don't like. Or
then that's a whole.
I know that's a whole nother thing that we don't have time for. We're either dating people we don't like, or we are,
or some
settling
people are just
for things.
too self. Sometimes I also do believe that some people also, because I do think that when you're like, sometimes it's like maybe you should stop dating women that do this, that, and the third. But I'm also the type of person to look inward. Most of your issues is with yourself. It's not 9 times out of 10 you just keep falling for the same woman that just keeps doing
no, you have a type.
No, or maybe you're just not putting out enough that they even feel comfortable to do that. Look inward. Are you doing enough for a person to feel comfortable to do these things for you? Are you, because both relationships are both ways. Hurt people. I know, you know what I mean? You, like, I had issues in my past. You had issues in your past. What can I do to kind of like, even when we came together, it's like kind of like, what can I do to kind of make that process a little bit more easier?
Yeah.
We all got traumas. We all got shit. We all got, you know what I mean? We all got like shit that we done been through. What can I do to make that easier?
Lord,
make you feel comfortable to even start a relationship with me.
It's facts though.
Some people can see it's red flags. Some people can see you tripping. And the only people that you can get are the people that are on that level.
It's true.
You know?
Lord.
So
we're going to save that for the next episode.
That's what I'm saying. You done got me heated. I'm hot. I don't know. Maybe it's the drink. Is it the whiskey?
It's the whiskey.
Is it the whiskey?
Yeah, we're going to save that for the next episode. So tune in next week. We're going to talk more about healthy relationships.
Yes, sir.
Dating people we like.
Come on.
Looking inward.
Like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yes.
Y'all.
And please comment and rate the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. We got to get these ratings up. And this was a fun one.
Come on, y'all. We want to keep giving these videos. We want to keep doing this. So all brothers some love. So all brothers and sisters some love.
Oh, my God. Till next time, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to the Midnight Mixer.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
Stay in the mix. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, X, YouTube, and all podcast audio platforms as The Midnight Mixer.
Looking for more? Check out all the other episodes and content wherever you're tuning in from. Until next time.